Hello and welcome to another rust locker video. I'm going to be working on the Civic, replacing the window winder mechanism or the window regulator, whatever you want to call it. Now this video is a bit of a weird one because I've already done half the job and put it in a video a few months ago, but I didn't have the right part, but I also wanted to put a video out, so I just included the first half in a video. It was a bit of a fail, but I then got the correct part and recorded myself fitting it and getting it all fixed and working. So it was a little bit weird to do one job in two halves in two different videos that also had other stuff in it. So I've decided as I'm going to use the footage from the first video, put it together with the new footage and make a whole video out of it. So hopefully if anyone is searching for how to replace a window regulator motor on a Honda Civic, then you should get this video and it should be helpful for you. Now obviously my car is a Honda Civic Aerodeck, which is slightly different to Honda Civics and other cars, but the process is pretty similar to a lot of cars with electric windows. So hopefully even if you haven't got an Aerodeck, this video might be of some use to you. So I'm going to stop waffling now and pick up the footage from the start of the job, which you may have already seen, but hope you enjoy anyway. And I'll speak to you in a bit. I'm going to try and fix the window today. I don't know if you've seen the last video or not, but my driver's side window is actually wedged up with blocks of wood, and it doesn't undo or do up, and if you take those blocks of wood out, the whole window is going to fall down into the door. So I'm going to try and work on that, try and fix that. If I can't, hoping it's just come out of the runner. If I can't fix it properly, then I'll have to order a new window regulator, but I'm going to take a look at that today. Okay, so the first thing is going to be to remove the door card, a couple of screws and some clips, pull the door card off, and then I can see what's going on with the window behind there. There goes the window. Right, so upon lifting it up, I realised that I hadn't removed this. This was already cracked and broken when I bought it, so I'm guessing that the mechanic who fixed the window with the wooden blocks maybe cracked this whilst trying to investigate. It's worth noting here, if you've got a Civic like mine, this is very weird because I would think that this plastic trim piece just comes out from the handle and sort of pulls away, but it doesn't. You have to kind of pry it out of here just enough, and if you can see behind there, there's a connecting rod, and you have to undo that connecting rod before you can get this out, and that's pretty weird. I wasn't expecting that, so that's something to look out for if you've got a similar car. So I just need to disconnect that connecting rod there, try and order a new one of these off of eBay maybe. I don't think this is fixable. And then the card should come off. I'll lift this with a screwdriver and pop that off like that, and then this should pull out. There we go. Okay, so the door card's off. The window just kept falling down and getting in my way, so I actually sort of pulled it up and out and just put that on the back seat safely there. So the problem is, here's the mechanism, and it's all just completely detached from however it's supposed to be. So it looks kind of broken. I think I've found the problem. I can't really see very well, but there's a motor behind there, you can just about see here. There's a gear teeth there which match up with the gear teeth on this thing. That goes in there, and there's supposed to be something, and where my finger is there's supposed to be something that goes through this star-shaped hole just to hold it in place and let it pivot, and that's missing. So I think it's going to have to be a whole new regulator, which is a bit of a pain. I think what's happened, because I've noticed that the rubber has come off of the inside here as well, so I think maybe the window's got caught and jammed up on the rubber, and the motor's just basically grinded the teeth off of this, which then meant the whole thing popped out. So yeah, needs a new thing. So I'm just trying to undo the actual motor here with these 4 bolts. That's hanging loose now, but it's actually wired up here to this little control box. So I've got to try and unplug this plug there. I might actually just remove this box to be able to get to that plug a little bit easier, because I can't get my fingers in there. Okay, so that's how my door is staying for a couple of days. I can't be asked to put all the door card back on just to take it off again, so I'm just going to leave it like that. It's a few days later now, and I've just received this in the post from eBay. Cost me like 45 quid, but it's a lot cheaper than a new one. So, and that was plus delivery as well, so it's quite an expensive part. Bit silly how the motor is all part of the assembly. You can't buy different parts. What I have noticed though is he hasn't included the bolts for the window, and they're not in the window, so I'll have to rescue those from my old one. Hopefully it's not gone. Hopefully the bins haven't gone yet, because otherwise I'll be a bit buggered. I'll need to get bolts, but I'll go check that. But anyway, I can get this mechanism back in for now anyway and bolt it up. So that's what I'm going to crack on with now. So the guy that sold me the motor window regulator obviously hadn't wound it all the way down before he dismantled it. Not a problem, but that means I've got to wind it all the way down, which means I've got to reconnect. I've got to connect up the motor, and then I've got to reconnect the door card to wind it down so that I can fit the window to the regulator. So a bit of a pain in the arse, but never mind. So I'm taking this thing back off again so that I can get to the plugs underneath it. Okay, that's all the way down. Right, now this is where I'm running into another problem here. There's like a straight piece across here that needs to bolt in there and there. I've only got one bolt, and I'm pretty sure before I took this apart I only had one bolt, so I need to locate another bolt to go there. That keeps this sturdy and tight whilst the mechanism works. I haven't got the bolts to bolt the window in to the runners. Right, so I've managed to get the plug plugged in so that I can use the window winder mechanism, and I'm just kind of adjusting it up and down, trying to get these bolts in. What I've done is I've nicked 2 bolts that will hold the motor on there. I've got the 2 on the cross there. They're in firm enough so that I'll get some more of these and replace those, but for now I'm nicking these so that I can put them there, and one inside on the other side of the window just to attach the window to this bar. This side's nice and easy. There's an access point here and there's an access point here, but you have to lower it down to just about the right height for you to access the other side through this hole here. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to try and bolt the window to that slider under there. Right, well I managed to find a couple of bolts that had the same thread pattern just to put in there, so all 4 bolts are secure on the window motor. I've tightened up these bolts here. I ran out of bolts, so I had to use a screw here, but who cares, it's good enough, it's the right thread. So now I've sorted out the rubber inside here, which means now we actually have full range of movement, I think, and then back up. So we've got downwards, lovely, Now as we come up, this is what the problem was, or is. As I bring it up, that little bit of rubber there, the window just comes out of this piece of rubber just enough for it to then crimp when it lines back up, and if you're not careful, that all binds up and causes a jam, which eventually breaks the teeth off of the mechanism. So I don't really know what to do with this. Obviously I'm going to try and straighten it out and leave it for a while, maybe pour a little bit of hot water on there just to remold it maybe. So now to get the handle back on, you need to kind of just get it hooked into that green thing and in through there and under this. The easiest way to put the handle back on is to actually pop out this green piece just by pinching the ends and pushing it through. I need two hands. Just like that. And then if you put this on there first, so that it looks like that, then all you need to do is get that green thing clipped into the hole, and that's actually a lot easier. It's still extremely difficult though to kind of get that in there and then up and clipped in. So you just got to kind of work on it with a screwdriver, trying to lift it up and get it in there. I hate this design. This is a very bad design for door handles. Okay, remember when I said my door handle was cracked from people trying to get it on and off this way? It's almost impossible not to break it. But anyway, the plastic's completely gone now and the spring's fucked as well. So I'm going to order another one of these off eBay. But essentially that's how it goes in anyway. That little green thing clips on there and then this pops in like that. So I'm going to see if I can get one of these that isn't broken. But at least the windows are fixed, and that is the main thing. I just moved it onto the handle. So I'm just going to put the last few screws back in this door card and call this job done. This is how I'm opening the door, just getting my finger in there and giving that a pull. So that's my door handle. Now this is what's left of my door handle now. It's completely broken in half. Now I managed to find a place on the internet that does sort of remakes of old door handles. Doorman, made in Taiwan. I ordered what I thought was the right handle. Looked pretty similar, obviously different colour, but from the pictures on the internet, and obviously what I specified for a Honda Civic Aerodeck, and guess what, it's not quite the same. I thought it'd be close enough, but it isn't quite close enough. So I might have to make some modifications to make that handle fit, but I don't think the contour is quite right either. So that's another fail with this door. I'm just going to leave it like this. Might tie a little strap to that as a little pull strap to open the door, but until I can get to a breaker's yard or find an exact one out of an Aerodeck, unless anyone knows of one, then let me know. But I don't want to pay silly money for it. I don't want to pay 50 quid or something for a door handle, do you know what I mean? I'd rather just have a door strap. Anyway, that is going to do it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you aren't subscribed already, and I'll catch you on the next one.